Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, as we mentioned, inside one power headline stories, we dey talk to the Assistant Auditor General na Audit Service Salon. We na Mori Lasana, we go talk about audits, then 20 years of service na the country. Once again, good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Musa.
The Audit Service Salon, created through an act of parliament inside 1998, came to force inside 2004. And the Audit Service Salon, an independent body, we get the mandate for audits how people use public fund, promote transparency and accountability. 20 years of audits. Now, the public finance management, waiting at the success, challenge, and waiting next for the service. Make we get Mori Lansana inside the program. Mori, we don't give a little background of Audit Service Salon, but thank you always say a man, a best servant is himself. You can take me through some of the things them now Audit Service Salon waiting will lead to the country for established audit service, and Parliament passed the law inside 1998. We come to force inside 2004. We will start operation.
Thank you very much, Musa. Fambude for layer talk about audit force. I want to tell Sierra Leoneans and boku thank you. We don't know partners and boku thank you for way they don't give support, because 20 years not to 20 days. For layer an institution like this, we talk about today now only through the support. And one of the public office that the work he always talks in the people's own office that one day. You know, time like any other office. So I want to tell them boku thank you. People then they would don't we fets. Where I say fets, then struggle for let it be how it be. Some of them they are alive, some of them not they are alive. The one they they don't die. Let God give them good road side and they let God make them rest in perfect peace. The one they will still they are alive, that thank you go for them all. Audit service as to the area now today, not a new office. Inside 1962, by an act of parliament, Act number 7 of 1962, this not just after independence, one small office they would have been created, what they call the audit department. That audit department, inside 1991, the Constitution of 1991, a whole chapter did it. Now that same department, the way the 1991 Constitution, when I be Australian, we own Constitution, that now all they make reference to, they create a whole chapter. We talk about that audit department no more. What do they call the Office of the Auditor General? That chapter then at section 119. It get boku subsections inside there. But I will talk about just few of that section 119. One, section 119 subsection 1, it talks say therefore create an office where they call the Office of the Auditor General. And that office will be headed by no less a person but somebody where they call the Auditor General. And they say that person there, the President of the Republic, now for appoint time, where it will be in consultation with the Public Service Commission. There you go, section 119 subsection 2, waiting that person for do, with the head of office. They say if for audit or public institution when an act of parliament create an institution the way they receive money either wholly or partly. That is either a government they fully fund the institution or a part money they go there. In any institution where they receive or work for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, be it the university, the local government administration, then they say the institution then they for be audited by that Auditor General day. And inside that same provision, they say what they do in work, if you get unlimited access, if you get access to anything what you want, be it records, be it returns, or be it sites. That is if you want to go visit any site where you want to go, if you get access to it. When we go down small again, they say when you do that work, they wait if you do. They say the Auditor General inside section 119 subsection 4 before reports to the people of Sierra Leone. Now I make every year when they see that report they come up, what they call Auditor General's annual report. When they do that in work, inside section 119 subsection 6, the Constitution say enough for they under the direction of anybody. So with that Auditor General they undertake their work, then they enough for they under the direction of anybody. That's what the Constitution say. Now for let that person they do that kind of work there, that person they for they away small, if for they somewhere away inside a comfort zone for this small. Prior to the Audit Service Act in Can 1, this office now be part of the civil service. Meaning they will recruit Musa today, inside the civil service, then they post them. They say go work in an audit department, and so that department they been there. But when you look at that department, they work where in the other countries then, like when you go Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, America, Britain, how do they do their work? If for be specialized people then, with that career, then a career path, if for really be specialized people, they work for the day. They say, you know what, for law will not interfere, that constitutional provision, will they work with this policy, they do, because under the civil service, you know the letter where they are directed, under the civil service. So they say, let us pull them outside the civil service. So inside 1998, the BC and think say, let us put this office outside the civil service. But it will still remain a public office. So why? Because it they work for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. So it's answerable, and people that go question there and say answerable to the people of Sierra Leone. So in 1998, they created an act called Audit Service Act of 1998. We pulled that particular office there outside the civil service, but it still remained a public office. What are the goodies that were inside the 1998 Act? One, instead of the public service be the recruit personnel of the audit department, inside the audit service now, the Act make provision for a board be created, where the board will be appointed by the president. With that board day, with the exception of the appointment of the Auditor General, when the president is your responsibility that one day, but all other staff there, including you, you don't hire. That board, now they hire, now they determines the terms and conditions of service, and when you do something, we not fine at all, based on the work with audit service they do, and based on the terms and conditions where the board don't set, they go say, your service don't do go. So now they hire and fire, as the case may be. Now, inside that act, beaucoup provision that they will come with regards the powers of the Auditor General. But the 1998 Act will come, government began for don't say, okay, we don't create the Audit Service Act of 1998. Let's put the structures then together now. So they begin look at personnel, they will go the capacity of the personnel, how it will be built up, waiting at the other resources so they will need. So they left for mega agreement detail between 1998. Inside August 2004, the audit service so they actually begin the operation now, way outside the civil service, where it really common now. We get the first Auditor General, way not to public service today, we not to civil service today, it can't sit down there now. Then all of the recruitment they now till we self don't come into being now. Now, so it be where all this service actually begin operate now inside 2004.
So from the transition from 1998 to 2004, officially, now I begin to audit work proper?
No, audit work will still go on.
Okay.
Audit work will still go on normal based on the mandate of the audit department and the Auditor General. It will still do a work which they do. But the good thing will happen where it came in 2004 was that the audit landscape changed.
From waiting to waiting.
Waiting at the changes that will take place now. One, even central government before 2004, for will be able to get a structured account where government they produce. That be problem. Records management now this country all will be a witness, even though it improved now, but now be problem. Structures then, internal control systems then within ministry, department, and agencies then. Now be problem. Remember something that days and the way we come, what's the story that they tell me, they say some people voucher gate will be there, but that's in the day, that's the work. So systems are not there. We robust enough for guide we economy as a small country called Sierra Leone. So when the audit service come into being, let them backlog them all. They begin. I remember 2004 where audit service come. The first exercise will begin take. So until the scope of audit, they go as far back as 20, 15, 20 years backlog where audit exercise not be done, they take place yet into various institutions then. So the backlogs and they been there. So the backlogs and they will begin for declare them. Two. But who systems of audit not be there? Now one regularity no more. Oh, can I no more will be no of one regularity audit? You just go bring voucher there. In fact, those days where somebody there about auditors there, who be the go now and say, who there about auditors? People that they hide, they shiver. So many even the awareness much of how waiting at the value of audit they give to institutions, they not be there. So where audit service come, they backlog the day, they try for clear the force. And it not be easy because something where somebody we don't use to over years for after independence. Only for like in 2004, you therefore transform that thing and that thing they want to be issue. Internal control systems inside various institutions, like internal auditor they talk about. It not been there. I remember the consultant been there, Ministry of Finance, so they be higher for let try put up internal audit unit together. Where today we talk of internal audit unit today where it don't exist. So where audit service become, now the challenges and they been there at that time then they staff personnel, they not be reach 100. Audit coverage na Sierra Leone. It not be boku. Even the ministries and a Freetown, just Freetown institution the way you don't have Freetown, it was difficult for audit to look at all of them. Then the provinces and they like a state member, the way they send staff then abu, staff them with the Komoya for go audit na Makeni because even the structure office space not be there. Staff then abu Kenema. They're not able done for audit the schools or institution the way they say Kenema turn, then the year done. So that thing then be challenge. But when all this service come into being, then what will happen? Because the laxity be there, the power being there to the board for hire and fire, and you know the caliber of people the way they want, staff strength begin increase gradually. Audit coverage will begin covered. The backlog they will begin clear there at all. So then also give visibility to hearings of the Auditor General's report. They will begin submit report into Parliament.
We can look at challenges, successes, and the way forward. But make we look at one thing where you don't emphasize since the start. Now, independent body, and that's according to the 1998 Act, we come to force in 2004. But if you go be independent, that means if now government they pay you or now government they take care of you, you get for work as government person. Being an independent organization for listeners and viewers, would they pay audit service salon will command them, and how do they recruit now audit service salon?
So I will begin with the first one, payment of salaries. Like any public institution as Sierra Leone, na Ministry of Finance, same government cover, same post, now they will get money like any other public office in Sierra Leone. So that now establishment of parliament, so now any other public office. It not means we will not get support from other donor partners. But the support when they come, the direct budgetary support now from government of Sierra Leone, Ministry of Finance. With operational independence, now the constitution stress on. Then I will talk about the financial independence, how far we don't go when I come to the Audit Service Amendment Act, we don't get now as I progress.
Okay.
But the Constitution 1991, they make it very clear, now public office and all resources for operator office, they come up from government of Sierra Leone cover. Number two, how they recruit? When the provision they for level get staff, based on various capacities and audit techniques, I get for talk about the type of audit that they are along in the process, we they advertise. So the board, you see down with the board meets, the need they force management, they see the need that they need share staff. Then they can communicate to the board. The board will now instruct for they put out adverts, they can put out adverts, people that they apply, people that go take exams, people that after they don't take the exams, they mark the exams, then they invite people there for another stage, not one exam, because they go take that entrance exam first, where you can. First, the shortlist, they will take a step by step. When they don't advertise, they get for shortlist based on the requirement in the adverts. When they are the way they don't shortlist, they get for they take exam. We take the exam. If you're successful based on the threshold they could set for pass mark, then you go to another phase of checking other thing the requirement the way all the service go set. Once you go through all the stage and they can shortlist it out for interview. The board will interview you. If you are successful, they will communicate to you, say you are successful. Then you come, they give you a letter, you agree on that, you accept, you come. You don't just come and start to work. When you come, you get a training unit where they take you through rigorous orientations, not to just one day, 2 days, or take it in our office. I remember 2004, when they take all this stuff, we were there from 2004, just capacity building, because young people just coming in till December, just focusing on the legal regulatory framework and how audit process will go. So today, Musa, if you are successful, you can audit. We train you as auditor. You forget about journalism, then you become auditor.
So in line journalism work.
In line with the recruitment we just talked about, with all the rigid measure or step here, so how now also they instill into the one they want to employ for say this work based on professionalism and integrity. They don't forget issue of compromising, or if they know say that they go inspect this particular office, not in other way for make somebody compromise that or get a heads up to somebody in other institution. There.
We get a rigorous system in the audit process. We go to the code of ethics. The profession of itself, we go to the code of auditing standard. So when you come first, now a club, now association, when you join them first, waiting at the guiding principles, now the first requirement. Once we don't take you, that guiding principles then are number one force. You for try to know those guiding principles around integrity. Now, but we get a rigorous code of ethics for every assignment we do. For example, besides getting to the code of the rigorous force for the assignment, even with terms and conditions, employees' terms and conditions, that handbook they give you, those provisions are there. This you not begin working to where they don't take you as employee. That first entrance handbook they give you, they say this is your handbook. This now they guide you into this. These are the do's and the don'ts. Those things are clearly spelled there. But let's come to the audit proper now. We want to do an assignment. For example, I want to do 98.1. They want seminar 98.1. They know they just grab, they say, last time I go on 98.1. Management is done. When they do identify that audit that day, the first requirement is check the competencies there first. What's at the work of 98.1? Who done at the personnel they will get where we can handle 98.1. Once you identify them, they will give the they call the code of ethics requirements. Now, the first thing that one day, what is that requirement there for? Now, for letting able to declare if any interest there, you sabi somebody here will go make it impede on you, will go affect your work and all that. That has to be known to management. Then they therefore be filled, completed, supervisors then check them properly. Once they are satisfied that yes, it is declared that nothing they will go impede, then no problem about it. Then if you will come, the inception meeting will come, will they make a note to the client as well? Because it's equally so, not only one way, in as much as we start the way they come, we instill that in them, but they also make a known to you, the client who they come with you, that on no account, these are the requirements, then these are the things then we govern the staff the way they work now. In case in case that person they mistake, whether by one reason or the other, a jump outside, you the client for no, and we want thanks to the client that they're very much aware of that one day in the course of the job that they do, in instances where even a staff something it look a client way selfway enough fine against the requirement of the job.
Those kind way exactly.
Well, now what normal they talk? Well, no, what normal they talk.
So now never get a situation where una go inspect some site financially, then somebody among the staff they will no person at that kind of institution. They, I mean, unaware to the person for say, I know say this person they work here, maybe not even know.
Well, in the process, assuming we can now, then at the planning, we do that or at the pre-planning and planning stage, that form is filled. It is embedded throughout the process. So not to one go no more. Assuming I not be no say Musa, they are not Sami Musa at the time where they come. But in the where I don't enter, along the line, I know say Musa is now there and Musa is strategically placed. Where I know say along the line, the work what they do, Musa go able influence and nothing stops me for declaring back to my supervisor. And they make a note to my supervisor again. So the form it did in the audit process before, during, and even after. So you see how the process they go. So before we they fill them for all staff, during the audit process, you they fill them, and even after. You know why would they do all of these things? Because the audit they go through very rigorous quality assurance, supervision day. In the event that you're not able to declare that to me as a supervisor or to another supervisor, then it can to the attention. Then those are the requirements where the inside the do's and the don'ts.
Well, what if the person able influence on a staff in any way?
No. In fact, there are instances where I will go to an institution, even though I sabi Musa, but Musa is not strategically placed in the management of that institution, therefore influence anything there. I will declare him, but Musa is not strategically placed. So it left to management now for decide as to whether Musa for still continue for go do that day or not. Me always say that I don't face with that instance. I declare something where somebody did in an institution where they go audit, but that particular audit day, even though the possibility they not be getting any influence there. That's number one. Number two, we can go with the team day, so that person day is very needed in that audit day. But what you go do, the system where something Musa they handle, the portfolio where Musa responsible or accountable for, then arrangement in day where something if at all other alternative not there, they say no, this person have to go into that institution there. Then that particular portfolio the way Musa they handle, that person they not go able to handle, it can go to another end for one.
We can look at audit process more, but not look at independent of the audit service salon. You make mention of the recruitment process. What about the auditor general and deputy auditor generals? Would they recruit them or would they appoint them?
As I talk, apart from the auditor general, the board now they hire and set the terms and conditions of from deputy auditor general till go down to the list staff we go member inside.
What about the auditor general?
Now the president, the constitution is very clear about that.
Okay, continue for the with that. Now, Mori Lansana, the assistant auditor general and audit service salon. We so far don't take we through our audit service salon come for established transition and changes that we don't happen so far. Inside the program later, you go tell about the steps they want to follow for the institution and be more transparent and accountable. The program, Good Morning Salon, they continue. And now inside the program, now 10 follow take a break.
Do you know you can transfer money by airtime and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your accounts anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT.co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Excel anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT.co. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Yeah, are you ready now? I want to pop the net. I the chat with Leo. Check me bank account for no almost I get. Chat with Leo. Make transfer by Edsa. I the chat with Leo. It in a Instagram. It a WhatsApp. Just chat with Leo. Anytime where I day at the bank, any time of the day at the bank, you be make them easy for make we chat with Leo. Anytime where I day at the bank, any time of the day at the bank, the mommy in money can come out where I chat with Leo.
0799199919. No so call now for text anytime when you come online. Next in accounts, he gon' make any save you time. Either Insta, Facebook, and WhatsApp, Apple Message, Google Business Chat.
Where I want to pop the net, I the chat with Leo. Check me bank account for no almost I get. Chat with Leo. Make transfer by Edsa. I the chat with Leo. It in a Instagram, it a WhatsApp. Just chat with Leo. At the bank.
The program, Good Morning Salon, they continue. From that break, the program now with the Guna Parliament. For about 3 months now, member them now the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament on the look inside the 2021 and 2022 Auditor General Report. Also, they don't bring different ministry, departments, and agency and save some business people for can explain to the committee about how they use certain money we belong to the state. From that time to now, the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte, said the committee is able for recover back about 50 billion loans from people we not be give account for money them where they use way now for the country. Well, Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte talk more about this issue to a reporter, Chino Jallo.
Firstly, we began to review two audit reports, 2021 and 2022. And during that call over there, we realized that nobody ever looked into the general purpose financial statements in the past. So the cover of the general purpose financial statement revealed a lot of things there. One of the things they were revealing are that there were a lot of tax issues that we get for do with GST, corporation tax, PAYE, and withholding taxes. So the committee hold down first on one handle, GST. And the review shows the 39 billion way the audit of the flag, 9 billion of the 39 billion we get for those corridor links where then get concession, we be cover them on GST. But the others, they're not beginning no supporting documents for substantiate down there. So as a result, we go through the income tax law and the GST law and the Finance Act of 2022. And after the hearing, we begin for solicit bank information from the bankers of all them auditees and the LTOs then they. We get their bank balances at the time, and we follow the law as provided in Section 91 of the Income Tax Act of 2000 and garnish the account then they. And in whole, on that one LTO annually, we able for recover up to 30 billion when they paying at the consolidated fund directly. Additionally, there was also this issue of MNOs and ISPs where they done the accumulative areas on payments where they for done they get to UADF, Universal Access Development Fund. At the start of the hearing, the money will all be outstanding. By the time we write them and invite them for cap, every MNO and ISP make sure say them pay, and the evidence was brought to us by the UADF of 10.5 billion. So that is another 10.5 billion added to the 30 billion recovered during the GST LTO arrangement. There is also the GST handle for medium-scale businesses. We get recent hearing where we look into them, and we get an amount of about 3.2 billion where the show say is still outstanding, and then people they don't get supporting documents for that amount and of that amount we don't get payment where they don't pay into the NIA up to 1 billion, and the remainder they all don't make commitment they have to pay. Cumulatively, we are moving very close to 50 billion, and this is work in progress. So by the time we conclude this audit cycle, we would have made significant progress in terms of reducing the total volume of liability and cash losses. And what's in the committee?
Can I take you from the how quickly the committee they move? One school of thought will say you really don't do well, you and the committee members, but on the other hand, other people will say all this not too real. With the evidence will show say this money really don't come anything at government and
the evidence then at the consolidated form. If you go at the consolidated form account, the money then the day. But the money the day, we make sure say as PSC, every amount to every bank garnish, then give you a copy, an advice of floating and garnish. We make sure say every taxpayer when they go pay NIA, they give you a copy of the receipts. So it shows that we know the top pence figures, and we make sure say we the press not to for demonstrate evidence to the people, and for show commitment to the service.
3 months in operation, we don't get a public account committee to operate almost for the rest of the year. We've been able to get which one don't get inside 3 months. That is skills with this committee they use.
The dedication and endeavor no more. We know look at what team others don't do. We focus on we don't target the hold on sets. We believe what they do. We give the audit report an exclusive attention. For example, I just tell you say just the GPFS alone. Now we don't look into. There are other issues. For example, I can give you an instance where I know in the next 2 weeks after we don't know the council hearing, I don't know to the cover now, but that one they are not saying a short balls recovery.
Again, what do you think they compare is them or business partners and for come forward and pay them money? Yeah, so what do you think we don't compare them with?
The strategy different. What will they do now that we inform you through public media? There's no secret. If you are taxpayer way, you name mention in tax liability, put out public notice and ask you for kind of parliament. Count your evidence. We know they say you get for paying money. We say the audit report mention your name, and you for can justify whether what's in the audit say not true or not.
What the same process will happen in the last committee, sir?
Well, I mean not to see what was happening in the last committee. I want to pay attention on what they do now and how what in our strategy then for recover them for make the successes there.
Again, the process with the committee they use for recover this money. So now one with plenty of people a question. I remember the last time I had the public account committee who said when I order or you order the director of finance, like the Ministry of Finance will pay some of 5 million. According to them, I not been getting justice for a year. You said I was not just give order to the accountant general for cut price salary and pay that money.
The issue on that one is clear. The issue now that the Audit Service Act, I cannot remember the specific, another section 36 or so, 36.1, say if the auditor come, he asks you for documents, you don't get any documents, then you go produce that document, they, at any time later, you for attract the penalty of 5 million, only 5,000 millions now. So at the time when the audit was done in 2022, the auditors then go in, he take responsibility as a possible manager entire transaction day, and he not give them documents. Then come the report to you, ask them for the document, they take out the documents, so the document you don't provide them. You don't provide them to who? Nobody know able for justify them. So what you will do, like I say always, now for keep to the spirit of the law.
In your estimation, it seems I don't give a level playing field for all people who come before the committee.
You will see if you want to give level playing field, nobody know the pay willingly. Nobody know they can't for make payments plan because we give level playing field, we give time. Anybody who can't even the one who they make who they put in a public notice, na radio and television, we make sure say when you come and come will show you the liability, we give you a maximum of 10 days, sometimes more.
Actually, because I remember the last time we didn't have the public account committee, and I will appear before the committee and several other times then the owner can ask journalism out and people in the question that one day itself.
Well, you pass your question on the standing order. The standing order says send a car where the committee they discuss in camera. So if the standing order and give the committee the power say there are issues the way you discuss in parliament where strangers don't be out and we ask outside. I should say as a committee we law abiding, we always will keep to the spirit and intent of the law throughout this process.
Again, for recover the money now one, but also stopping people also not for use the money or misuse the money or not provide documents so that they can audit another one. What is the committee do going forward? Because we will not come back next year, we see huge amounts of money unaccounted for.
We will continue for enhanced engagement with the CAs, the PS, the ministries. As a committee, we second for design, we own sessions them, we own retreats or we own activities that will engage the CAs them in terms of implementation of the law and following the procedures they will apply in the laws. Because nobody is ignorant of the law. Even if you're ignorant of the law, it's not an excuse. Yeah, if you come to equity, you must come with clearance.
When this particular audit report
we try as much as possible for make sure say work around between now to October or before the tabling of the next Auditor General's report. At least not do just.
Well, inside our interview day, you'll be listening to excuse me. You'll be listening to the Public Account Committee in Parliament for SECA, where they look inside the 2021-2022 Auditor General report. Also, they bring different MD, some business people can explain, but how they do use certain money we belong to the state, and the chairman for the Public Account Committee, Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte, be they explain. So we reporter Cheno Jalo also I say the committee not able for recover back, but 50 billion only from people will not be able to get account for money them where they use we belong to the country. The program Good Morning Salon, and before we continue, one give this quick notice to we listener and view them for say the management of Radio Democracy don't notice a certain individual law open unauthorized WhatsApp group we name Radio Democracy, and Radio Democracy 98.1 no aware of this, as that person they will do that they do illegally, and the management they call on this individual of the admin of this WhatsApp group for delete or close the group with immediate effect, as failure for comply and for continue for use this said group will be official against the person. So you will don't go join that group there thinking that Radio Democracy, that's not to the legal WhatsApp group of Radio Democracy, as Radio Democracy not get anything for do with that WhatsApp group they where certain individual name as and don't go open. The program they continue. Musa?
Inside the program, we see Mori Lansana, Assistant Auditor General. Today, we look at audit service, the 20-year work na salon in public finance management, to see the success challenges and the way forward. You don't talk about the establishment, the history behind the establishment of audit service salon. Make a look at waiting and who that audit salon or audit service, the audits.
Thank you very much. Now, all public institutions. So
we'll say public institution, what will they talk about?
Like the ministries, then the department, then parastatals, them, government banks, any institution with parliament sit down in their own wisdom, then create any institution with public money they go there, or the service Sierra Leone in work they go there. That include the educational institution. Then section 119 subsection 2 it make it very clear. Now, somebody go want know waiting at the audit where all the service they do there. We get beaucoup type of audit that we do in our institutions. Then. So, because most times people they no more audit, they just facing our money no more they run after. No. In as much as yes, the money is important because money nine they say money. One music they would say money. Now money they stop nonsense. So money important, but all these service in deliverables they go beyond money. Now let us explain, give people them the types of deliverables that they give to as services to people them in the audit landscape. One, they do financial audit. The financial audit they do now institution that way year in year out based on the laws of the land, based on the laws of create the institution. Then they say every year you for prepare financial statement and submit them to the auditor general. What's the objective of the auditor general when financial statement they submit them to you? Now for look at that financial statement. And they in position for tell the people then say the financial statement, it tell you the true story about the activities of that entity there within that particular accounting year. Now, that overview or that professional judgment where auditor general they give to them, it can fall in various categories. But the two categories that way they yes, it tell the true and fair view, or it not tell the true and fair view. Now the two things and down there. The public account of Sierra Leone, when the government your account, or account general they prepare every year, the law make it very clear, say 3 months after the year don't end, if for submittance. So now one thing down the way the auditor general, the audit and express that opinion there. The parastatals they always exist, the SOEs now another they all get requirement like NACIT, NRA, the Anti-Corruption Commission, they all get requirement for prepare financial statement and submit them to the auditor general every year, 3 months after the year don't end, including our banks. Number two, we do compliance audit. As the name implies, compliance, meaning you get set rules and laws, regulations, criteria then where you for comply with in everything we do. Like in the public financial management landscape, if you want to do every expenditure now government, you get requirement, the PFM Act of 2016 and Regulation of 2018. It make it clear what are the requirements we for follow. Even the budget now with the DIPA. Now law. So now that step there that they follow from when, how you communicate budget cost, how you deliberate on the policy, what are the things that has to be communicated. All of these nothing and we legislated. So if at all we want to look like budgetary process in Sierra Leone, now their laws and they would look at whether the one they were responsible for prepare budget, whether they comply with that.
Okay.
Number 3, we get what you call performance audit. As the name implies, performance, we look at 3 things inside the performance. In fact, it don't add, prior to this time, 3 things, but we don't add 2 more because of the new trend in the auditing landscape. We look at the economy, whether the money we they use, they just go lavish salon money no more. How effective the work way they do and how efficient in they, and 2 things and they will not come because of the landscape. Leaving no one behind when equity, we don't add a day. And environment issue don't become a global thing. Instead, don't add part of the performance. So with performance auditors, they move in. Instead of looking at just 3 E's and now they also look at those other aspects. So it don't be 5 E's instead of 3 E's.
Okay, we need also only a small Mr. Lansana. We'll come back to you. Okay, complete that part. There will be the as now inside the program. Good morning, Salo. We go for a break.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, will send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money now any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 million loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Emo?
Yes, darling.
You say you no get money this evening, but I take notice that you come with boku provision them. Make it no be say, na trust you don't go trust them provision yao.
You don't wonder you say me trust? When you they talk about the magician and banking business na the country, Zenith Bank they number 1. You see them Cardia na me and then call them Visa and MasterCard. I can use them Cardia, take money na any Zenith Bank branch na the country. Any side, anytime, and any hour. I can use them Cardia, do payments na supermarket, hotel, restaurant, pharmacy, or any shop where get POS machine. You can use them Cardia do online payment for goods where you want pay for online. Any banking transaction where you do with Zenith Bank, you must get bank alert for inform you the client about your account transaction, or can even send notification via email or mobile SMS for you where can do deposit or cash withdrawal. For more, just go to Zenith Bank their office na 18 and 20 Rodin Street, Lumley, Kleintown, and Wellington Freetown, or then branch them na Lunge Airport, Bo, Makeni and Kenema, or can call 076 418 482 and 088 044 238. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
The program Good Morning Salon we continue. We come over to our studio guests as today we they look at audit service salon they work for where they don't exist for 20 years now, and Mori Lansana now with studio guest Assistant Auditor General Audit Service Salon. Before we go for the break, if we outline the type of audit and procedure them, as you say, not so just money on I can focus on, but other area them, so you can continue.
So the performance audit I don't tell you. So prior to this period, na 3 E's, but the new trend, we don't add other 2 E's. So na 5 E's there now, we look at. Environmental audit, we don't say environment, all ten a problem. So we not kiss you don't know. Audit service not this you don't. We they look at the needs of the people and package something we will able to deliver services then to them. So environmental audit also now another aspect we don't take on board. We know say IT everywhere now you go, they say IT, everything digital. We say no for big capacity in that area. So we get information system audit, what they call IS audit unit, where then your specialty not just focusing on IT. fraud and forensic auditing. That now another new package of auditing with the support of our donor partners, the EU. They build the capacity of audit service Sierra Leone, staff them. We then now prepare fully geared for let we begin that area. They will be don't begin do test cases and say, oh man, facing a new thing. Hey, which kind of thing then this way government don't introduce again, but we for let they can give you trouble. Not to trouble, now for add value to the system in Sierra Leone. So now they can package them. They not stop we for do other specialized audit them as and when the need they arise. Those specialized audits that can fall inside categories like where Ebola become, where Corona become, they audit they will be doing a specialized audit them. Then they look at the specific needs of any situation at a given point in time. Then they can package them and go. Extractive industries, we know say Sierra Leone we don't join the extractive industry family, and we know say we get with minerals and higher. So that global connection they don't do. We say no left behind. The Auditor General, Sidon in Neo Wisdom, it says Sierra Leone, we audit service staff therefore be capacitated in that area as well. So we get global capacity building network within the audit landscape, that is Supreme Audit Institution of Africa, or they call the AFROSAI and the IDI, with support from them. The capacity of audit service staff they don't built in extractive industry audits, and they give very good support to even the Sierra Leone extractive industry sector. We na Sletty, then secretariat, we professionally with the give that support there. So now the kind of package that way all these service get we deliver. Now, in all of which I don't talk so, you know you talk about money yet, but money they inside them. But what are the value where the acting auditor don't induce in us and where it don't be a priority, a strategic move in all of this. Now for ensure say we go beyond the books, because all of these things where they talk to now reported they give you the submit documented to we say no. The financial statement where they give you, the financial statement, it speak to something. The SOE is the way government create now for deliver services then to the people then. So when they prepare the financial statement, in as much as a financial statement they go prepare, because that financial statement they you go with you know if they tell you say if na cash basis you they do, where you receive record and where you pay record and you go able to prepare a financial statement. The guiding principle they. In as much as the financial statement they go submit that to you, go beyond. So we now go beyond, we give life to that paper that they give you and go beyond the financial statement and go to outside the services that they deliver. So now if you look at of recent 2 years, the Auditor General annual report they produce, it clearly no say, instead of just looking at figures, the figures they speak to, like project the way government don't pay money, where the money then the deliverables, they not do the project them. You go to the hospitals, things the way they for don't day, way for render services then to the people them in all day. Money the way they don't pay the body home schools the way they for able to deliver in all day. The school feeding money the way government don't pay the school the money they feed where they for feed the picking and the feeding not to the quality of feeding. Now only through that going beyond the books for really gets to the root of yes whether the money they really deliver to the people there and they do the work the way they're supposed to do. Now only through that. So now service delivery drive now we don't step in with and we don't energize in and we it just can't happen say. Inside the president in call to the people of Australia in a 5 big game changer, it just can't happen. Say a own drive itself just can't fall inside the audit service drive. We don't make a fine delivering services to the
no,
people
we get a tribunal we government set up for look at the suspended Auditor General, and one of the recommendations them we come out now for ensure see then hand over the Auditor General and the Deputy to the Anti-Corruption Commission for investigation on the activity during office. That's drive me to the question. Say you earlier mentioned say when I work now for audits public institutions, them what are the audit service salon?
The Constitution make it very clear. In section 119, one of the provision inside the Constitution, it said the account since na public office, the account of audit service Sierra Leone for be prepared like any other public office. I be talk about other public offices then where they prepare financial statement. I say 3 months after the year end. Since audit service na public office, 3 months after the year end, this March will pass. In fact, March not reach, but 3 months within from January to March. All these services they put in accounts together will be put to account together for 2023 and submit outside the Constitution. Say we for submit that account to the Parliament. So we don't audit. Once the year end, we prepare we account, we submit that to Parliament. Parliament now get the responsibility for get auditors and for let them audit the account of audit service. As I speak, from 2004 to 2022, the last audit they don't do. Audit service audited account. It then at audit service website. When a public document, anybody can access.
You find out say the example I make not only on finances, on our activities, but also una actions them or inactions during audit process them? Would they audit and regulate their activities?
But I don't tell you, the operational activities, nobody know the question with operational activities. We are not under the supervision or direction of anybody whatsoever in the land or outside this land with regards to the work they do. The audit work, interesting, guided. I can always talk, we not get a branch road. Now straight road we get. How on the left, we are protected by the auditing standards, and on the right, we are protected by the laws of the land. Which are the laws of the land? The Constitution, the Audit Service Act, the Public Financial Management Act. Those are the rudimentary the work inside. Now the legal requirement and then the work inside. So we'll not go left or we'll not go right. Now either we go straight or we go backward. So now within that framework the work. So the moment you stay within the legal framework, then they are not say you get issue with anybody or you get a question with anybody with regards to the job what you do, because you are guided by those provisions and you do your work, you communicate to that for communicator and you get your desired results.
So from the different points where you don't bring out, I mean, one important thing we can carry with controversy now on a report we can pull, we can don't do audits from all MD them and other private or corporate institution them. From 2004 to now, take we through in terms of how many reports produced and which one they wanna think say wanna really follow all process and procedures them and everything. We open the eye to the public, because on not like I say on not just they do for let people and feel G3 office on they aunt them on they do for let people be accountable and use any fund where they get for the right purpose as long as it belongs to the state.
Good. But what I want know unless Unions they know is that the audit accountability landscape is within the democratic framework of the country. Every year, institutions, as we speak, they are talking of budgets. Audit service, we serve the good. We talk because we want money in a public institution, like any other institution. So if you go, you say, I want to do A, B, C, D, E, you tell government. Government look at them. The executive, they look at them. They say, okay, this all we don't talk, we will find ways and means for gathering. They take them to the legislature, the parliament look at them, they give appropriation to them. Then government come back, they begin look through Ministry of Finance, they begin look for their resources, then they will go cry per donors, then go cry elsewhere for able gather, they give you, then you get for be accountable for them. So if you ask 2004 today, we are 20 years, every year the Auditor General they produce a mandated for produce report on the public account. So since the public account is prepared on a yearly basis, every year the Auditor General don't produce an account on the public account on a yearly basis. So meaning if now the public account number we will say 20 over 20, 100%.
So
but now only 20 over 20 no more. No, we they produce other report. Like there other different audit they were don't tell you, but like performance audit.
Okay.
We don't produce a lot of performance audit reports. A lot. In fact, the public awareness, that is the next stage. The next stage, what are we coming to do next? Coming to the next stage, you will get for candidate.
But emphasis can be more on the audit where they show some institution cannot misuse or unable account for certain amount of
that
money.
Is the point. So I'm glad the way Sierra Unions we say they talk to now. Una said don't begin aware. Because it's just the money. At times I can tell people that yes, it is the money. But can you look beyond that money day? What is that money day for don't deliver? Sometimes you have to go one more, or you will take a more serious than just the money. Because if that money they will have given you glove. With the glove, they say hemorrhagic fever. They pass somebody, a nurse, get glove, they go touch the person. Then you only see the effect if that nurse they die because of get glove, they touch that person. They with glove now just 10,000 leons. So if you look at the 10,000, it's small, but you look at the risk we're involved in not having it to that individual, how that individual therefore don't be useful to the society, a massive. So now we could introduce this service delivery thing in the audit process. Now, when you look at the audit from that time, the will be begin. The thing they will be they look at, like most when it be begin 2004, 2005, they come in. Now documented. Documentation was a problem in this country. But at least with that is the value. Audit generally, what would they do? Now for add value to a system. If we are not impactful, if we're not able to add value to the system, we're not able to change the narratives. Just like if you go church every day or you go mosque every day, if your life not able to change, one way safe, my sister, better not they will. Because they're going to church or they're going to mosque, yes, it's good. But something the way for go learn from that mosque or church, way for able to transform your life. Now the audit that what they do. If we are auditing year in, year out and nothing happens about it, nothing happens, then it means we are not adding value. We're not the civil self and adding value. There was a time, like you are doing this, there was a time at 30 say I go left. That was the time when nothing was happening on the Auditor General's annual report. I say because we are auditing year in, year out. We they produce this report year in, year out. How they report the camp, now so they report the Komon. The other year where you come at the same thing. But you tell God thank you, a lot of reforms that don't come along the line. And the reforms that they all what you will need now, they are on paper. If they begin eject, I Honorable Tawagis, no, we are talking. These are all the transformation where they take place. Today, I think say Israeli and they go say there is light at the end of the tunnel.
So the reforms that are doing in your own time we begin and act
now within these 20 years, these 20 years now this trouble we are there and this goodies there because all of this drama now within this 20 years, what you are the talk so now within this package are they have for talk of 20 years package. So the good, the bad, the ugly, all the inside these 20 years in the eyes of Una, like how Una they ask questions and so. But as far as we concerned, in any office where they you can get challenges that day, but those challenges and all these are the good thing about any challenge where they turn out to opportunity. So Kiwa more from our people. That's why stakeholder engagement is very key in this dispensation.
Continue for stay with me, say the program Mori Lansana, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service Salon. They inside the program they talk about audit service, then 20 years work. Now the country, now the program Good Morning Salon. We'll go for a short break inside the program Good Morning. We continue.
Any hour where you sleep and wake, you dey ask yourself, wetin GT Bank get for we again? Well, GT Bank gladly for tell you say, anybody can do MoneyGram and real money service na any GT Bank branch near you and receive gift wey go make you act gladly. E no mean say pass you be GT Bank customer. In like you not to customer na the bank, just back a go na any GT Bank branch near you and do you real money or MoneyGram service and receive fine gift from GT Bank. GT Bank, it go better you bank with me.
The program is still Good Morning Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Musa Kamana Minim.
And Sapti Yukalon. Inside the program now, they look at another issue. Outside the Chief Minister David Senge say, in Wakawe ego do na kono na for tell people na kono but President Julius Malabio in Big Five change them and things that we don't do for work on them. David Senge talk this inside our meeting where he do na kono district. Also engage different people in the district for talk about the development in them where President Bio don they do and plan for do. For more on this issue, we listen to a reporter Yeno Kabia.
President Julius Malabio inside the People's Manifesto been promised plenty development in to salon people. When then here in the column the 5 big changer them when a feed salon, human capital development, youth employment, infrastructure and innovation, and revamping the public sector architecture. But for make people know but then here and know how far governments don't go with then development here. Make the Chief Minister Dr. David Moina Senge and other government minister them been gonna connect this street, who side them go talk about President Bio in different developments in them. Safa Moiwa, now the SLPP connect this street chairman been talk about waiting this worker mean for the people na connect this streets.
On behalf of the district and the SLPP, CM here everyone welcome you. These are the party office, these are your people, very serious people who take this party from 0 to 80% of all these people. One party say, the same until you recover, everybody I can stay here for I see.
One thing, according to the SLPP Young Generation leader, we same way so now the Deputy Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Francis Calon, where they as young people, glad for the president. Now the trust way in say the president don't give to young people, we making appoint young people, now different position then.
I want to tell you I say now the happiest moment is in the leadership as young generation leader. Another why? Another well under the leadership, I want to call on some even an example. In governance, the political party when I SLPP, and we put together a manifesto, and when you win election, government translates that manifesto to policy and implement that policy that they do. Well, also in the SLPP, the Young Generation Council produce ministers and head of parastatals. And today, and the things we deliver. And we're so proud that we not only produce ministers, we also produce the chief minister of the Republic of Ghana.
Where in the talk, the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moynihan Senge, been talk about why it's important for make politicians they engage them people.
We are the day as Minister of Education. Now, one or two districts that they were not going to the party of this as Minister of Education. I think say when you are government official, when you are minister of government, that you duty for going to party of this and for engage with the party. So that minister will thank you for what we are don't come and so I don't there for 1-2 hours we know that function then. And the tell you thank you for that respect day, for that patience day. Who that give me? That honor they not for me or the minister over there, that for President Bio, because where we can, all the executive that we come on all sides and then constituency there. For Kaya, for Kangeda, and the party office for me, your appointee there, and President Bio now I give that honor and respect to and I will tell and say that all the people don't come along.
He carry on for talk what waiting he don't do for make people know what presidents view in different developments in them.
We will bring out the government and the party together. The reason we make today as government is because the party votes for me. We make me a chief minister and this man a minister. Now because we listen to President Bio as the leader and we all organize and mobilize for President Bio. So that means to say the agenda where we get. Now from Una the agenda come on. And so we're not going to deliver on that agenda if we don't come back to that, we don't work with Una. So if you look the National Development Plan, the big five ways, now wait a minute the manifesto. Now that be the base. Then we go, we engage other people, we listen to them back. Because not so, even though SLPP called and we vote for President Bio, that President will be all.
The Chief Minister be same way so talk about waiting President Bio don't do. For go with development, now add to reach area then.
Development will not reach to the last person of that village, will not come here and do forwarding. If we not go to that border, the way GSS not be dealing. We will go to that party office or the barrier, when the chief and the people say President Bio one school. It comes to the minister, the people say one school. We go put schools there. Development not reach them. So when they talk about inclusion, it means say, just so we don't know that the city today. And you know the far when they sign, when they take 3, 4, 5 hours for go. The same time, it's not possible to say the same time when they take me come up, print out for can't for go take me that same time for all that sign up for them. It's not possible. So the fact that we as the government, so that leadership of President Bio, what we want for development from all sides.
Dr. David Moynihan Senge end up say in as chief minister go continue for engage people in different districts them for know about the different developments in them where President Bio don't do for Radio Democracy, you know, Kabia the reports.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow? You dey look for way how you go keep money and help people in your community?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, which then they call FSA, with their own side na salon, because then a good party with good condition, very easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you fine one, but how for manage your money for change your life and your people them now your community. Remember say when you keep your money in a bank where they near you not just they keep money for bye-bye, but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait. You be businessman or farmer, petit trader, so you art person, teacher or anybody keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better. Remember say them bank here they are so take go for me and you.
The program is still listening to our Good Morning Salon where they come to you from 98.1 FM. We still get the Assistant Auditor General Audit Service Salon, Mori Lasana, where they talk about the work of Audit Service Salon inside the last 20 years. Now the country for give strength to transparency and accountability. Inside the program, we look at one part with headline stories. Then we go say the Secretary now the Public Service Commission, Mohammed Jisuse, the Public Service Act, where the commission they develop now go help address challenge them. Like for recruits, make appointment, transfer, command them, and do other thing them. A talk this way, it be presents the Public Service Commission then budget to the Ministry of Finance inside the ongoing budget discussion for the 2025 fiscal year. Well, Adeyemi Jackson gets more. Iguna reports.
Section 152 of the 1991 Constitution give power to the Public Service Commission for promote, confirm, transfer, and take disciplinary action against public servants them. But one challenge where this commission don't get inside the past year them, that the creation of different body them, where they perform similar role where the Public Service Commission they do, like for recruit people, for work na different government offices them. With this, don't they embark the commission in work, as well for address this and other challenge them, and self able do them work proper one. Make the Public Service Commission they work now with different body them for develop the first ever Public Service Act na the country. With this act, go help for address the duplication of function when it comes to public service management. Then talk this way with commander at the Public Service Commission. Go present them budget for 2025 to the Ministry of Finance. Mohamed Jusu, na secretary at the Public Service Commission, before start for give update what the money where the Ministry of Finance begin to the Commission for 2023 and 2024.
Financial year 2023, the budget estimate, what was approved was 4,500. The amount we actually received for January to December was the same, so 100% of that amount. For financial year 2024, we received an approval of 4,210,700,000. For the first half year, that is for January to June, we have actually received 1,799.95 million. We have recently received the remaining 55%, which was approved. So in terms of completion rate, 45%.
Mohamed just to go before for talk about the team them, what the commission be able to do inside 2024.
For 2024, appointment of critical vacancies, there were 144 officers who were appointed to various positions. That is from grade 7 to 11 across the service. For confirmation, 22 personnel were confirmed in 3 MDAs, 117 officers promoted from various grades to another in the service. Of course, the rehabilitation of the PSC building, that one is completed. We also undertook a stakeholder consultative meeting on the draft public service policy. For the delegation authority, Grades 1 to 5, 142 personnel were recruited in various NDAs. 404 civil servants were confirmed in their respective positions. 170 were promoted. In addition to the 117, 86 senior officers in the administrative cadre were promoted to the position of Deputy Secretary, that is Senior Assistant Secretary to the position of Deputy Secretary. With regards to legislative reform, we received a no objection from the Law Officers Department to draft a cabinet memorandum on the policy on managing the HR issues across the public service. We are able to draft the first ever public service policy. We are able to hold a stakeholder consultative meeting on that policy document.
The secretary at the Public Service Commission also talk about the team them, what they plan for do inside 2025.
For the 2025, we still, as part of our mandate, want to recruit 250. We want to facilitate confirmation and appointment promotions of at least 150 civil servants and to promote at least 450 civil servants to enhance the public service policy again and then to deepen the decentralization process. The budget ceiling recurrent, we were given the ceiling of 5,180,800 and we are asking for an excess. We want to exceed our budget ceiling for obvious reasons.
According to Mohamed Jusu, they want the Ministry of Finance forgive the over 7 million new loans, which is stay above the 5 million ceiling. But waiting at the reason for go above the ceiling, Mohamed Jusu explained.
The justification for exceeding our budget ceiling, like I said, we have a responsibility under the 5 big changes, that is cluster 4, to revamp the public service architecture. And some of the key policy actions under that policy objective is to develop the public service policy to enact the first ever Public Service Act in Sierra Leone, to review and update the existing public service regulations of 1982, which is now obsolete, and also to review and update the Civil Service Code rules and regulations. That one will be in collaboration with the Human Resource Management Office.
Mohamed Jusu, and Secretary to the Public Service Commission, and say if the ministry get the money where they don't ask for, they go able to implement all them program them inside 2025. As all this they be, the Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security don't go present them budget to the Ministry of Finance. So they don't ask the ministry for get over 33 million loans for do them program there inside 2025. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Well, from that report today, we go for Walkabout quick inside the program Good Morning Salon.
Another morning again, I see Monday man, I see Monday, I see bamboo, I see venga next to Naman man, I see. Na the picture now you see the passing na social media man. I say I've been saying I been in Nigeria man. I see how things they go on there. I say you know say go African people and they themselves they get the only nothing. Demonstration upon demonstration. I say national today. I say to me greatest surprise. National take 1-2 bottle. I say Uda say I say na next to Venga. I say I say next to Venga. I say na show the boogie down. I say I say the way how this boy they go up and down so I say but not so sick in kind watch for I say bo not to catch this boy and try and for them say well can't look you sick and after when you look how sick you be you turn back and cover back. I say 91% do me is it's a Walkabout is a now all copy no destroy. I say yes. I say this one I say go bin bela over with. I say bin tell you that man go come no hospital no more go. I say even tell the letter where go as a boss with it now. I say no left that one day now. I say but I say things go happen oh. I say they tell you na then they say the mommy don't vet. I say people know they take and serious. I say the mommy vex everyone oh. But not to the mommy vex so. I say now the mommy don't put line. It make now some man go the watch himself say, but me a rich, but me a able, but me a don't reach that standard day. I say where the mommy say. They know they make that mistake like them complicate they you sabi in fact, there was a big person who got the go at the commercial people with the name for the call person say who get big stranger. He say no to people for the go again and call say person can't to you. I say that talk deep man. I say that talk deep. I say Ikanga badai case the now they see na this country I say catch me oh. I say catch me. I say I don't imagine if not 10 this for will take we go call up Paulo, we clean the gallows back because things are not happening right now. Me na Jonah Walkabout.
From Walkabout, the program Good Morning Salon they continue, and now we go for a break.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue when then that ready the technical team go inform we can't to Mori Lansana again we don't the studio since this morning they talk about issues them we get for do with audit service salon then 20 years and waiting they don't they do. You don't talk about some of the successes them we una don't do. What are some of the challenges them in terms of auditing now the country? I ask you this because the last time we see in 2018 when President Bill been take over government and counts auditors them from Kenya for can do audits now government offices them where we get audit service salon. What's been now been the issue with that where we get una as an institution?
Thank you very much. The responsibility government not be taken from the Auditor General. So in 2008, now be a request for a technical audit. So the arrangement with Sierra Leoneans and see now be an arrangement sanctioned by the Auditor General because the auditing standards make it very clear that in the event that in the course of the work we would do, if certain job then they were required of us for let we do them, but the capacity for let we undertake them, nothing stop we for let we get the service of an expertise for let it can help we in that regard. So what will be do when that request was made for do a technical audit based on government requirements, we be get to a sister institution them, we then get that kind of capacity then they for do that kind of work that they belong to do them for let they can partner with we. So not to foresee now other people then they become. So we get the services of Sai Ghana, Sai Kenya for let they can join with. So we are all partners in it for let we do them. But the responsibility be rest squarely with the Auditor General. So and the report will be common and the Auditor General sign them and submit that to the government of Sierra Leone. So now that gap they be make, we say we not go sit down know that a lot of capacity needs and the whole day. So all of that thing then they catalog the way be catalog, they different audit the way they do now. That the more reason that we say they develop our own capacity they and want a government for the support that they give we, and we hope say they will continue for give their support and they so that we will build more capacity in their regard than they.
In line with one of the tell government for the support way that they go. Now the issue of independence of the audit service salon and one way people can get concerned, but especially for the fact say the head of the institution in appointment they come out through the president. I would describe on independence for say for more than settled up to now. On no one they be influenced or compromised.
Nobody. The good thing about the constitutional provision, anytime somebody here about a get fairness. You bring the G3. Now the supreme law of the land. That I tell you for free. Besides the money issue where that I go talk out here, and even that money issue there, let I tell you about the development. But before I go to the development, let I make it very clear. In the job what they do. Don't forget about the bigger picture. Let I just tell you small, but the internal arrangement we get in the job what they do. Musa, I don't know Musa if you been there with annual planning, but we invite some media houses and your colleagues who are there, civil society that be there. Waiting at that annual planning, that is the plan we will do for begin to audit exercise. This 2024 audit, we audit the 2023 account. Last year, December, we will plan. Every division, Bo, Kenema, Makeni, and the other division in Africa, and then they come. Oman the count, waiting intend for do, based on the strategic plan, and waiting the Auditor General don't sit down, and management don't sit down, say how the focus of the audit for go. Oman the can for support that focus the way it don't give. The capacity where you get based on the staff strength, the resources where you need, whatever you do, you bring your own plan to the table. It is discussed in an open atmosphere. We will get other non-state actors, other players that will not to part of the audit service for let the just can see how the process can go. Once that thing they don't done, the annual planning, that process they don't done, we don't discuss and done, and then management gives approval. Say, Kenema for East, now this they do. Makeni for North, now this they do. Then Ebo for South, now this they do. And the Western area, the other division, now this one they do. The responsibility now rests with the heads of their various units, then they for ensure say that work they go on. All waiting the Auditor General and management team they now give now strategic supervision and direction. But how you they sit down, you they do that work, how you they do them. You know, get no touch utamo. Now the output now in one, but they give strategic direction and supervision for ensure say the deliverables are done. Now that kind of way the internally will get. So if that is the internal structure, only God knows how external parties will come and influence and get through. Because if the internal defense is so strong, a difficult for we porous thing the night external parties they come. So coming to who should interfere in our job, that I want to tell the people of Sierra Leone and whoever they listen everywhere that nobody from 2004 to me your knowledge don't come and interfere with the job what they do, because every year we produce a report and we're not going to go attest, because every year if based on the views of people and how they interpret the viewers and the users of the audit report, how they interpret them, then therefore they comment you based on the audit report that they produce. So with regards that, definitely nobody, and year out to the improve on the performance of the audit
now we look at after the 2021 audit report, una been reports inside the document we come out about concerns them about we una do na state oaths, we talk about double dipping, forgery, and other one them. After that, we see letter come on a state oaths, we suspend the auditor general, because on the basis that when state oaths don't submit document to them, then go beyond state house in back and ask the hotels them we get a receipt here, and that not third party, you go ask third party unknowing to the institution where you the audit. What in the law say about where the audit institution and third party in the audit process?
Thank you very much. So getting to, I wish somebody, because like the premise we don't list, I wish somebody for don't there with regards would have set the tribunal or based on what you explain now. But what is important is that in 2021 there was an audit report we make reference to. How I wish something like that, if I don't talk say the audit and institution, then that institution, then you get the report and waiting for don't go inside there, you don't know whether you know inside there. Then I wish somebody for don't for clarify that to you.
Okay.
But with regards third party, that is getting external information. It's very clear. When we go audit not to say they can't give problem to somebody or now which one to the which one. So because if we go in and tell you say we can't add value to you, we do it in an open atmosphere, open communication, and communication it continuously will go on within the audit process. How it go? Otherwise, we go even go like a thief in the night. We not go tell you say they can't audit you. First, then that's what they will tell you. I don't know if that's what it be. They say first the auditors that they go, safu, they go grip the accountant there. They say we don't come, oh na cash book, oh na safe key. No, now with the right letter 1 month ahead, 2 months ahead, as the case may be, would they even tell you say would they come more and all what they can do, would they explain to you. If somebody they do that one, they are not facing that somebody will for come with they call you.
Okay.
Then when we are in your premise, we don't begin to work now. Let's assume you give me this cup. And you say this cup na 10,000 euros. I begin look at this cup. This cup here, I see this cup that the auction at 5,000. Well, I get that small doubt there. First, I will engage you.
Okay.
Then if I want now, let's assume I want to go and investigate. That is, I want to go now further. Because of the openness, we don't talk in an open communication. Nothing stops him for tell you say, you will say this cup na 10,000, you know. But I want to go now the market and they go check whether this cup na indeed 10,000 you you buy. Nothing stops you. That is the openness. Bank confirmation, we can do them. Not to we get the bank account of institution there. But what we can go the audit, we say one confirm if the balance is the way you don't disclose, whether not true or not true. What we can do? We they do the letter because we know what you want. We send out to you now, you get your bank account, sign on their bank request, and you sign on them. You give it the information, you send the request to your bankers. Now you sabi your bankers, they send them. But the confirmation not to you, they come. The bankers now will now confirm. Because of that, the point is, if you do audit, they say you for add value to the work with the people that they do, you for try for impact them. That is by improving their system. Then not another way for do under the carpet. So everything they do audit service now on top of the table, and now on top of the table what they do. So nothing stops us from doing that. So and in confirmation, enough not to behind the people are known with the communicate to the let them know say this is what we are doing.
Okay.
So text message them come for you, Sapti, they look at them quickly.
Okay, this first one they take the person, they say from Patrick Musa Momodo, they say audit report we can come on government MD, nothing has been done about it. Another one from Mystic Duazak, they say the Public Accounts Committee has been tremendous in engaging ministries, departments, and agencies to comply by paying back the missing amounts. Accountability is key in the growth of any nation. This other one is a Mr. Lansana, is it that you just come out with this report? What is expected for MDs who cannot account for certain amount of money?
This one say questions for Mori Lansana. He say, what are the primary factors contributing to inefficiencies and delays in service delivery within public institutions? How can the accountability and transparency measures be improved to enhance the effectiveness of service delivery in Sierra Leone? That's now a question for Mori Lansana inside the program. This one is a good morning, Radio Democracy. I'm happy to have Mori Lansana in the studio. The audit service is important for the work of MDAs because they are adding value to the work of the ministry, departments, and agencies. There are two weaknesses in the MDAs where the audit service can identify and make recommendation for correction. My sister auditor are good people, but my question is with the qualified auditors. With the qualified auditors in the audit service salon, why have you not still now able to audit the Bank of Sierra Leone Commercial Bank and the Rokel Commercial Bank? This is from A. Kamara Wellington.
This one is elastic because of time. The person is saying, Mr. Lansana, no matter how rigid your internal process or procedure are, there will still be room for compromisation and influence.
The last one for me for now, because of time, is say, Mr. Mori Lansana, since the suspension of the Auditor General, much has not been heard of the office of the President, Vice President, and First Lady. Are you afraid to audit them? That's not the question they can answer them.
Okay. Thank you very much, listeners and viewers, and for our messages. And I will begin from the bottom till go to the top. Since the suspension of the AG, nothing has been heard of the audit of the Office of the President, Office of the Vice President, and Office of the First Lady. Okay, the person will send that message, the audit report today, and they go till they tell us something. Why in a democratic landscape, people that they always cry for stronger institutions are not individuals? Now, for the fact that even when the individual not the institution can keep on going. Audit service, we don't keep on for do work. If the person will send that message, the Auditor General report, we don't come on. Office of the President, of course, it did, and that of the Vice President, even as we talk, we are auditing those institutions. So now audit process, it go. It don't necessarily mean say every institution will the audit, even if I say inside Auditor General annual report. No, waiting they go inside the Auditor General annual report as per the provision in the 1991 Constitution, Section 119, subsection 4, is that irregularities that will they come to the attention of the Auditor General in the course of his work. So how the irregularities and they come and what they call, when we identify them and we communicate that to you, act on them, will not be a problem with you. When you fail for act on them, then those get into the Auditor General's annual report. So I want to let people that know that one day. With all with capacity, why would not the audit Bank of Sierra Leone, the banks in Sierra Leone? Good. Let us tell you something, let us know today. The banks and they are not only meant for Sierra Leone, then I will gateway internationally. Some of them, they come with international requirements. For some, the international requirement shares that it is embedded, like it can be conditions of IMF or conditions of the World Bank that this ABCD has to be done. But what is important is that the audit service Sierra Leone, the Auditor General also get the mandate for source the services of independent auditors them, when our audit firms therefore let them engage in activities them on behalf of them. So some of their activities and they, because of the staff strength, in as much as staff strength don't increase, but some of their activities and they, the staff strength not that much for cover. Also, some of the engagement that they will outsource them to other entities then.
Okay.
The nothing has been done on service delivery. Service delivery, not to one man business, not to just government or Ministry of Finance or audit service where they go. You go where the service they go meet. For the fact that those services has to meet you. When the services they do an entity now for make sure say you say follow up on them. So now the only way that they will be able get on service delivery. We MPs and they, we honor members of parliament and they, whenever we see them, follow up on them because audit report na parliament in the end for let it take
Thank you very much, Mori Lansana, Assistant Auditor General for Genuine Insight. The edition of the program for can talk about audit service and work inside the last 20 years since the start operation of the country inside 2004 through an act of parliament we being passed inside 1998. Plenty thank you for Genuine Insight edition of the program.
Thank you very much.
Well, this edition of the program, Good Morning Salongo, left you for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, Michael Sambola, we produced the program, Mange Mansare, Yeno Kabia, we help in the production, DJ Sugarcane for technical support, Fatimata Samura, Usman Kamara, and Jaffa Mans Davis for Mekuna Siwi live na Facebook. So till then, Musa Kamade say, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
And Sapti Kalone say, stay tuned to this frequency and goodbye.
Stay tuned to Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, that now been a good morning.